Dried squid is a familiar seafood, but not everyone knows the process to make it. For us, seafaring fishermen, processing dried squid is not only a profession, but also a pride, a connection to the vast ocean. Through many generations, from generation to generation, coastal fishermen have always kept the tradition of drying seafood, especially dried squid, with a desire to bring the flavor of the sea to consumers, wherever they are. Surely many people have tried dried squid, but few understand the hard work that goes into creating that delicious flavor. Our new day begins when the sky is still dark, when dawn is just breaking. The greatest joy is when the first batch of squid is pulled out, fresh and sparkling under the lights. Dried squid is made mainly from squid, because this type of squid, when dried, will retain its softness, not be hard, and retain its characteristic flavor. Squid fishing is often carried out at night, because this is the time when squids are often concentrated and easily attracted by light. Our squid fishing boats are equipped with bright lights that shine straight onto the water surface, creating a large area of light, attracting squid to gather in flocks. Squid fishing requires patience, technique, and understanding of squid habits. We use specially designed squid fishing rods. The rod tip is attached to a hook with many sharp spikes. When squid try to attack the bait, they get stuck on these spikes and cannot escape. The work of pulling each fishing line up and down in the dark, amidst the waves and waves, requires endurance, flexibility, and patience. Some people will ask, does squid fishing bring high yields? Is it worth the sweat and effort? Our answer is yes, and well worth it. Each ship is usually equipped with about 10 fishing equipment, operating nonstop. In one night, we can harvest hundreds of kilograms of fresh squid. Each squid is kept intact and undamaged, ensuring the best quality for later processing. Once the squid has been brought back to shore, processing begins immediately. Fresh squid will be brought into the processing factory, where each squid will go through the process of cleaning, preparing, and drying in the sun to ensure the best quality dried squid. All processes are done manually, from removing the squid intestines, washing them to placing each squid on drying frames. Every day, we have to start work at 3 a.m. to have time to process the ink and dry when the sun rises. Drying ink is not as simple as many people think. We had to make sure the ink was evenly placed on the bamboo sticks, not sticking to each other, and had to turn the ink frequently to make sure it dried evenly on both sides. The ink drying time can last from 3 to 4 days, depending on weather conditions. And throughout that process, we must always monitor and check to make sure the ink is not moldy or affected by insects. Besides the traditional sun drying method, some processing facilities also use the method of drying squid in a closed room at a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius for 6 hours. This method helps the ink dry faster, cleaner, free of dirt or bacteria, and also helps significantly increase dry ink output, whether drying in the sun or drying in a closed room. The most important thing is to retain the natural, delicious flavor of the squid. After the ink has been completely dried, we continue to check quality, package, and prepare for market. Dried squid from our hands to consumers is not simply a seafood product, but also contains a lot of enthusiasm, effort, and love for the marine profession. dried squid is not the only thing the sea gives us. One of the other products that also brings great value is crocodile leather. The crocodile leather handbags, belts, and wallets you see in luxury stores are actually the result of an extremely elaborate nurturing and processing process. To get a quality crocodile skin, crocodile farmers must take care of each animal for 5 to 7 years, ensuring their skin is not scratched or has any wounds. Raising crocodiles for leather requires patience and high technique. Crocodiles are raised in a natural environment, with clean water sources and carefully selected food. Their food is usually chicken, duck, or frog. Crocodiles are inherently aggressive species, so caring for and raising them is not easy. But it is that difficulty that creates special value for crocodile leather products. After the crocodiles reach the age and best skin quality, they will be sent to the processing factory. Each piece of crocodile skin must go through a complex processing process. From cleaning, tanning, to dyeing and finishing, crocodile leather processing techniques require meticulousness and dexterity, because even a small mistake can affect the quality and value of the product. We are always proud of our work because we know that the products we create are not simply goods, but also the crystallization of effort, perseverance, and love for customers. See, and if one day you have the opportunity to enjoy the rich flavor of dried squid or feel the softness of crocodile skin, remember that it is the result of many efforts, many days of overcoming through the difficulties of the fishermen. With every trip out to sea, I still can't forget the feeling of excitement every time I pulled up each fresh squid, each fish weighing down the net. For me, this is not only a job, a means of living, but also a pride, a journey to conquer the vast ocean. Because dried squid or crocodile skin are both gifts given by the sea. But to turn them into quality products requires meticulousness, patience, and love for the job of fishermen. Many people ask me why I spend my whole life on the sea, living with the waves, exchanging so much sweat and hardship just to get seafood and crocodile skins. I just smiled and said that the sea not only gives me a source of life, but also teaches me many valuable lessons. From the first days of learning how to cast nets, getting used to the blisters on my hands from squid fishing lines, to the times I faced sudden storms at sea, I have understood that nothing comes easy, but it was perseverance, determination, and love for the profession that helped me overcome everything. It is these experiences that make me want to share stories about people who are attached to the sea. The long nights of waiting in silence, lights and waves help me understand the true value of this job. It's not just about bringing home the catch of fish or squid, but also the joy of seeing the results being appreciated. After completing the first batch of dried squid of the season, we sat together, sharing stories, laughter, and joyful applause when we saw that the products we made met quality standards. That feeling is indescribable, as if all fatigue and difficulties have disappeared, leaving only happiness and pride. So, when you hold in your hand a delicious piece of dried squid or a handbag made from shiny crocodile leather, remember that behind it are countless drops of sweat, effort, and love that fishermen like us spent it all. It is a story about faith, steadfastness, and gratitude to the sea, our source of life and great teacher. If you've ever spent a day at sea, facing strong winds and watching the sunrise, you'll understand why we love our job. The sea not only nourishes us, but also brings peace and connection with nature. Every wave and breeze teaches us about patience, courage, and love for the sea. The story of dried squid or crocodile skin is not just a profession, but a passion, a life. We take pride in our work and hope you feel the same dedication that goes into each product. Please continue to follow our journey, because the sea always has new things and interesting stories that we want to share with you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next adventures.